It's my very, very special pleasure to introduce a good friend of mine and also a good friend of UPF. Her name is Elham Fardad. She's an amazing, all our people are amazing. She's a wonderful young lady, and she had top jobs in many companies, and one of them being Ernst& Young, senior management. And yet he gave that up because she, being an immigrant, did not have easy way to come to that level of management and wanted to actually give a chance for migrant leaders, migrant people in this country to have a chance to contribute to this country and to have a chance to better themselves. Now she's many things, but she's also a wonderful person who really supports UPF, and we support Migrant Leaders Group. So Elham, are you here?
I am indeed.
Yay.
Margaret. It's a pleasure. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Robin.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you, UPF. It is a pleasure to join you online. Apologies, I can't be there in person. But as always, it's wonderful to join you guys. And hello, everyone. Good afternoon. As Margaret very kindly introduced me, my name is Elham Fardad, and I am the founder and CEO of the charity Migrant Leaders. To tell you a little bit more about myself, I am in my 40s, married with 2 lovely children, and I've had a very rewarding career as a finance and transformation director in GE, News Corp, and Ernst & Young for 23 years. But life wasn't always this good, and I'm particularly glad that in the previous talks by David Earl and others, the Midlands and Birmingham and the regions in the UK were mentioned, because when I was 18 years old, I was just a young migrant growing up in Birmingham. And we suffered some of the typical challenges that migrant families suffer in terms of family breakup, lack of know-how, lack of connections and resources. So by the time I was 18, I knew one thing, that in order to get out of that situation, education was going to be the way, and that I had to go to university. But equally, I had a problem, because as an Iranian migrant, having been in the UK just a couple of years, I wasn't entitled to go to university. So I decided that I would camp outside Birmingham City Council offices. For 3 days in a row, I camped outside Birmingham City Council offices until somebody would confirm that they would count me as a home student. And I'm glad to say that it worked, and they were kind enough to say yes, and off I went to university. And a few years later, having qualified as a chartered accountant, I landed my first big break as a financial controller at the age of 25 in GE. And the rest is history. Then fast forward 20 years, in 2017, the Parker Review was published, which looked at the ethnic diversity of UK boardrooms. And when I looked at the numbers, both in terms of ethnicity and social mobility, the UK corporates, the numbers looked really bad. And that's when I contacted Margaret. And I said, you know, Margaret, I have an idea. I want to launch a charity. Will you help me connect with some young people whose opinions we could seek? So I put together the high-level design of the charity and the development program. And in October 2017, Margaret and Robin invited me to meet 35 or so of their young people who gave feedback on my high-level design. And that's how Migrant Leaders started. So I'd like to share with you, just for another couple of minutes, a presentation, which I am not allowed to share, Margaret. I don't know if I would be given the ability to share a document. But while that is given to me, which it is now, thank you so much, I am going to share with you what Migrant Leaders is today. Just bear with me. Here we are. So hopefully you should be able to see the the impact report. And 4 years on, I'm glad to report that what Migrant Leaders is a comprehensive development program which we provide first and second generation young migrants between the age of 16 and 25. And we have over 900 senior mentors from 95 FTSE 100 and leading companies. And our young mentees, or just over 900 young mentees, get matched with a senior mentor from the sector, company, and technical field that they aspire towards. 95 FTSE 100 firms. And our corporate partnerships, we've got sponsors such as Anglo American, Smith & Nephew, Cantor, ABB. And over the last 4 years, we have done collaborations with them, providing internships, work experiences, and conferences, workshops, training to the young people who are part of our program. And the results really have been phenomenal. You will see in our corporate, impact report, some of the stories of the mentees and how the program has impacted them. And this is really the favorite part of my job in terms of what this does for young people. All of them are amazing. Whatever their level of academic ability, we accept all sorts of abilities because each one of them has a talent and strengths that we discover with all the training tools and opportunities we give them. And our program really discovers their talents and gets them the right training, work experiences, social capital, and everything they need in order to succeed in Britain. In fact, many of them go on to do great things. Just during COVID, I launched another charity scheme called Mentee Mentor, whereby our most academically able migrant leaders mentees who are at university are now tutoring disadvantaged primary school kids in after-school clubs on Zoom. They're tutoring the disadvantaged primary school kids in Britain by Zoom in maths and English, so that during COVID, hopefully this gap that is forming can be narrowed down and we can help the primary school kids as well. There's a lot to be said, but I know that I only have 5 minutes. These are some of the companies where our mentors come from. And you can see on our website and our impact report, all the events, all the different steps we've taken over the last 4 years in our story. And I would hope that many of you go on migrantleaders.org.uk to read more, to find out what else we've done, and to read especially the stories of the wonderful young people that we help. So Margaret, I won't take more of your time. I know that you will always be short of time, and I've thoroughly enjoyed hearing everyone else doing their talks as well. Thank you so much.